heavyweight champions, retired heavyweight king, gentleman Gene Tunney, and the Manasseh Mauler, Jack Dempsey. Jack Dempsey. Jack. Me, Gene Tunney. Hi, Gene. Very nice. Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the ring officials assigned by the New York State Athletic Commission. The judges, Artie Idala and Frank Forbes. The timekeeper, Freddie Abatello. Counting for the knockdown, Zach Clayton. Referee for the main event, Joe Loscalzo. 10 rounds. Introducing from Louisville, Kentucky. He's wearing white trunks. He weighs 202.5 pounds. Cassius Clay. His opponent from New York City, wearing black trunks. He weighs 188. Doug Jones. Main event, 10 rounds.
Cassius Clay, Doug Jones, you have been briefed by the New York State Athletic Commissioner, General Krulwich. Are there any questions? Okay, touch gloves, return to your respective corners, and come out boxing at the sound of the bell. Good luck.
And here we go with a scheduled 10-round bout. The second-ranked heavyweight on the left, in white trunks, Cassius Clay. In the black trunks, waiting to come out, Doug Jones, who is ranked third. 14.5 pounds lighter, Jones in black. Cassius Clay is 3 inches taller. He's in the white trunks, 6 feet 3. Watch his speedy left hand. He's got a beauty. And don't forget, should this bout end in a knockout, we'll have a videotape rerun of the round. You just saw one of Clay's habits, pulling away from punches instead of trying to slip them. This may cause him trouble. Jones in black, 188. Clay, 202.5, and there it is. A good left hook by Clay. About a minute to go. Round one. Forty-five seconds. There's that beautiful left jab by Cassius Clay. A glancing right hand. Ten seconds left in round one. Cassius Clay was definitely shaken up by a shot that caught him as he was backing away from a punch instead of trying to slip it, as we pointed out. He's talking to his trainer, Angelo Dundee. Jimmy Wild is on the outside of the ropes. Chicky Ferrara is to the right of Dundee. Clay, in marvelous condition at 202.5 pounds, is fighting a very determined Doug Jones. Jones caught one left hook that was Clay's big punch of round one. Jones has been knocked down previously. He is just off a 7th round knockout victory over Zora Foley. He's a boy that can take it. He's never been stopped, and the same is true of undefeated Clay. We get ready now for round two. Nearly 19,000 looking on at Madison Square Garden. Hope you're enjoying it. These are heavyweights punching with the speed of lightweights. About a minute to go in round two. Neither fighter is cut. Clay has never been cut in his boxing career. Jones several times. Seconds left in round two. The bell in 10 seconds. Chris Schenkel at ringside, Madison Square Garden, as we look at Doug Jones, born right here in New York City 26 years ago. And as you see, he is most certainly an orthodox fighter, very even-tempered, quiet, plods along, as you have seen, and he knows of Cassius Clay's one glaring fault, and consequently has been using that left hook off a jab. This is a boy that knows how to carry the fight to his opponent, and that's what he's been doing. His opponent, Cassius Clay, as we await the start of round three, doesn't seem any the worse for a heavy punch that he took in the first round. He is off a 3rd round knockout over Charlie Powell. He has knocked out his last 9 opponents, most by prophesying the round. Tonight he has predicted round 4. Here's the 3rd round of a Schedule 10. Cassius Clay, the favorite, despite the more experience of Doug Jones. 2 minutes left. Round 3. Clay now really using that left hand to advantage, keeping Jones off balance. Glancing punches. Some picked off by Jones. Minutes to go in the third round. Good one, too, by Clay. 45 seconds left in the round. The bell in 10 seconds. Fourth round at the Garden. Clay in white originally predicted a knockout in 6, but then he decided to cut it down to 4. This is the fourth round. No knockdowns. Neither fighter is marked. About 2 minutes to go in round 4. A minute to go in round 4, and as you can see, Jones is going to be a tough one to knock out in any round. Clay appearing a little tired right now after the volley punching, with 45 seconds to go in the round. Thirty seconds. Seconds to go. fans are probably booing about the prediction. 10 seconds. Doug Jones still around after 4 rounds. He may have gotten the best of that round from the standpoint of physical stamina to continue, because Cassius Clay punched away to no effect. This is part of the sellout crowd as we look at Lauren Bacall there on the left with Jason Robards, all sorts of theatrical people and business leaders. And I know in Louisville, the hometown of Cassius Clay, everybody's out to see this youngster go. It's round 5 at the Garden in New York. Round 5. Clay in white, Jones in the dark trunks. Jones' attack thus far has been forward, as you've noticed. He's been trained that way against a backing up Clay. We have a minute and a half remaining in the 5th round. No cuts, no knockdowns. Good right-hand shot by Clay. We have 1 minute left in round 5. A solid right by Jones. Seconds to go. They're both tiring here in the 5th. Seconds. We watched emphatically as Cassius Clay went back to his corner. His legs were not quite as stable as they were in earlier rounds. He has punched, thrown a lot of punches. Many of them missing the target. His timing is a little off tonight. He may get arm weary against a plotter like Doug Jones, who never gives up. This is Doug Jones, who's fought some tremendous boxers. Bobo Olson, Pete Rademacher, Eric Schaffner, Zorro Foley twice, Von Clay 3 times. He has never been knocked out. He has lost 3 decisions in his top 25. Round 6. Clay's original round prediction. headhunting, it's amazing that one of the fighters is not cut. Unmarked, both of them. We have 2 minutes remaining in round 6 here at the Garden. Tremendous body punch by Jones. Minute and a half. You saw that punch a little low. Clay bending over to cover up. Less than 1 minute, round 6. Seconds. Joe Lascalzo refereeing. They'll get a 1 minute rest in 10 seconds. Doug Jones, managed by Alex Koxkowitz, is a fighter that started in the Golden Gloves like Clay, lost in the semifinals for an Olympic berth in 1956, went on to win an Air Force championship, and has a record of only 3 losses in 25 fights. Now here is Cassius Clay, fighting tonight in a state that practically outlawed boxing 2 weeks ago. And here you have a standing room crowd only at Madison Square Garden, which is credit to this 21-year-older and to the dozen leaders of Kentucky industry, led by Bill Faversham, who is the manager of record. They have done a tremendous job handling a very likable young heavyweight at 202.5 tonight. Jones, 188. Round 7. In black, no puffiness around his eyes after having taken all those jabs. Clay is unmarked. Misses. To go. You see the 7th round there. Minute and a half. 1 minute left in the 7th. One of the few times that Clay has grabbed on to catch his breath. Clay and White has gone 10 rounds twice in his career. Jones in the black trunks once went 15 rounds in a light heavyweight title bout with Harold Johnson. Seconds. Jones would appear to have the edge now, even though he went into the fight as the underdog. He seems to be a boy of great stamina, and he has proven that he has ample durability and determination as we go into round 8 at the Garden. Clay and White, as you've seen, has thrown many, many punches, many combinations, most of which have been ill-timed, having little effect. Good facial defense by Jones, though. Look at the difference. Clay with his hands low, Jones keeping them up for protection and in hitting position.
Get him now. Get him, dog. Come on, get him. Get him. Come on, get him, dog. He's quiet.
We're in round 8 of a 10-round fight, scheduled for 10 with 2 minutes to go in the 8th round. Both fighters were very much interested to know that Sonny Liston and Floyd Patterson were watching this bout. The referee has not had to do a lot of work. We have 1 minute to go in the 8th round. May be in trouble. "20 seconds to go. "5 seconds. Clay momentarily shaken up, but seems to be in top condition and is warding it off. Ladies and gentlemen, the Boxing Education and Research Foundation is engaged in a program aimed at the establishment of a retirement plan for boxers. This non-profit voluntary organization already has obtained the cooperation of boxing promoters throughout the country. More help is needed, and we appeal to you as fight fans to add your support to this worthwhile cause. No salaries are paid any officials of the Boxing Education and Research Foundation but there is a need for funds to further its current study, which will lead to a retirement fund for fighters. Send your contributions to Commissioner Harry W. Falk, Post Office Box 540, Ukiah, California, spelled U-K-I-A-H. Box 540, Ukiah, California, to Commissioner Harry W. Falk. Now we get set for round 9 of the Schedule 10. Cassius Clay, little arm weary now. Taking every punch, Jones rather, is taking every punch that Clay has thrown. Some on the button, too. Two minutes left in the 9th round. Minute and a half to go in the 9th round. Jones looks bruised around his left eye. Jones in the dark trunks. A minute left. Round 9. Seconds. Clay obviously trying for a knockout.
Come on, Joe.
10 seconds of much-needed rest. Cassius Clay getting the full treatment here before the start of the final round to freshen him up. He shot the works in the 9th round trying for a knockout. Artie Idella, Frank Forbes are the two judges. Joe Lascalzo is the referee. The 10th round coming up, possibility of a decision or even a draw. Well, let's see what happens as we go into the final stages. Good body punch by Jones. Jones is a little rubbery-legged. He's taken a lot of good shots to the head. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the fight. 1:40 to go. The 5-point must system is in effect here in the event of a draw. And then only will it help in the determination. The rounds are even, then they use the point system. And that could happen here. We have 1 minute to go in the bout. Beautiful finish. Seconds. 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 Well, there's always a possibility of a draw at Madison Square Garden. The judges, Artie Idala, Frank Forbes, Idala on the near side of the ring, Forbes on the opposite side, and of course the third man was Joe Lascalzo. Neither fighter was knocked down. Neither fighter sustained any cuts, which is great credit to a tremendous job of physical conditioning by Angelo Dundee in the case of Cassius Clay, at whom we're looking now, and Rolly Hackner and Jimmy August and manager Alex Koskowitz on the part of Doug Jones. It's been a while since we've seen a fighter that has taken as many punches and seemingly has just brushed them off like water off a duck's back. Doug Jones, who lost only 3 in 25. Clay, going into this bout undefeated in 17 starts. Johnny Addy now has collected the cards. First of Artie Idala, and now of Frank Forbes, and he is getting it verified by the executive inspector, Jack Duberstein, and Secretary Dan Dowd, as we look at Cassius Clay, who is directly above us. Shouting to some of his fans, he put on a tremendous finishing flurry in that 10th and final round. There is Doug Jones, the 26-year-old older who grew up right here in New York City. And now for the decision, here is Johnny Addy.
Both judges, Artie Idala and Frank Forbes. They score it this way: 5-4, 1 even, favor of Clay. Referee Joe Lascalzo has it 8-1, 1 even, Clay. Winner by unanimous decision, Cassius Clay.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 5-4-1 on the part of the 2 judges at ringside, and 8-1-1 on the part of the referee, Joe Lascalzo. We're going up in the ring now to get a with Cassius Clay. As soon as the pictures are taken, ladies and gentlemen, he is a very happy victor. Angelo Dundee is the man on Cassius Clay's right. Cassius Clay is mimicking some of the people who are booing the decision, while Doug Jones very nonchalantly says anything. Debris is coming into the ring now. And here is the man that won it. Unanimous decision. He is mugging the still cameras here. Cassius, what a battle.
Thank you very much.
Turn up this way. Up this way. How was it?
Well, this fellow surprised me. I predicted 4 on him. I had him going in 4, but he's just tougher than I thought he was. Can't call them all. But I understand Sonny Liston is watching this fight. And as soon as I get to Miami, I want that bum, and he will fall in 8.
Cassius, would you like to meet this boy again before you get listed?
No, I done whipped him. He's out of the way. He'll mess up my timetable. I am gunning for Sonny Liston. I want that big bear bad.
All right. What are your plans now?
Well, my plans are to go back to Louisville, Kentucky, take care of business, and go on back to Miami to take care of training for Liston.
Did a very good job. Nice going.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Cassius Clay, ladies and gentlemen, who won at 5-4-1 on the cards of the 2 judges and 8-1-1 on the card of the referee. William H. King Enterprises and Madison Square Garden Boxing Incorporated have presented tonight's heavyweight elimination contest. This closed-circuit telecast has been produced by Michael Mallitz and directed by Jack Simon. The technical supervisor was Phil Velastro. Technical facilities were supplied by Sports Network Incorporated.